Welcome to Bollywood Deep Dive from IndiaReview.com, your daily Bollywood news. Let's get into it. And we are starting with a big, interesting conversation today, prompted by actress Anjana Sukhani. She's been talking about the difference between Bollywood and the South Indian film industries. And she's pinpointed something many people have observed, but maybe haven't articulated in quite this way. She says the biggest difference is the culture of hero worship. Exactly. She's comparing the stardom of someone like Amitabh Bachchan or Shah Rukh Khan here in the Hindi film industry to the absolute reverence for figures like Rajinikanth or Kamal Haasan in the South. And she feels it's just on a completely different level down there. It is a fascinating point, because it's not to say that Mr. Bachchan or Shah Rukh Khan aren't adored. They are, immensely. There are temples dedicated to them, fan clubs that do social work in their names. The devotion is real. But Anjana's point seems to be about the on-screen persona and how it translates. In the South, the hero character is often deified within the narrative itself, in a way that's maybe less common in mainstream Bollywood now. The lines between the actor and the larger-than-life character they play seem to blur more intensely. I think that's the core of it. The superstar concept in Bollywood feels more tied to charisma, romance, the personality of the actor themselves, whereas the Talaivar or megastar status in the South feels like it's tied to an on-screen invincibility, a kind of mythic power that the audience completely buys into. And it's not a criticism of either industry, it's just a cultural distinction. One isn't better than the other. They just operate on different frequencies of fandom. And Anjana Sukhani has worked in both, so she has that ground-level perspective. It's also interesting because we're in an era of so-called pan-Indian cinema, where these cultural lines are blurring, but the foundational ways audiences connect with their stars, maybe those are much more deeply ingrained. It's a great observation. It's not just about box office numbers, it's about the very soul of the cinematic experience in different parts of the country. Totally. Speaking of box office, let's pivot to the future, specifically the future of the spy universe with Alia Bhatt's new film, Alpha. Oh, the number crunchers are out in full force for this one. The big question is whether Alpha, which also stars Sharvari and Bobby Deol, can hit a 12 crore opening day. Which sounds very specific, but there's a reason for it. That 12 crore number is the magic ticket to enter the top 10 list of highest opening spy thrillers in Hindi cinema. It's a tough club to get into. You're competing with giants. You've got the Tiger films, Pathan, War. These are not small mountains to climb. Not at all. But this film has a lot going for it. First, you have Alia Bhatt leading the charge. She is a box office force in her own right, and this is her stepping into that full-blown action spy genre. That alone is a huge draw. And you have Sharvari, who has been building such incredible buzz. People are really excited to see what she does. And then, the Bobby Deol factor. After his massive comeback and the love he's been getting, his presence adds a whole other layer of anticipation. The Bobby Deol factor is a certifiable phenomenon at this point. It really is. So will it hit 12 crore? It feels achievable. The genre is popular, the cast is stellar, and if the marketing is right and the trailer delivers that punch, I think they have a real shot at breaking into that top 10. It'll be a big statement if it does, especially with a female-led spy thriller. It would prove that the audience is here for the story and the action, regardless of who is delivering the punches. Exactly. It's a big test for the genre and a huge moment for its stars. We will be watching those numbers very, very closely. From a new spy thriller to a potential remake of an absolute classic, Boney Kapoor is looking back at Woe 7 Days as it turns 43. 43 years. What a film! It was a landmark for so many reasons. It introduced Anil Kapoor, it was a huge success. It's just one of those films that holds such a special place. And of course, when an anniversary comes around, the question immediately follows. If you were to remake it today, who would you cast? And Boney Kapoor did not hesitate. He has his dream cast all lined up. For the 3 lead roles, he's picked Janhvi Kapoor, Ranbir Kapoor, and Siddharth Malhotra. Okay, let's break this down. Janhvi stepping into the role originally played by Padmini Kolhapur. I can see that. She has the ability to portray that vulnerability and innocence. I can see it too. And then you have Ranbir Kapoor in the role Anil Kapoor made famous, the aspiring musician Prem. That feels like a slam dunk. Ranbir has that incredible ability to be both charmingly goofy and deeply emotional. He would nail that. He would be fantastic. The one that made me pause for a second is Siddharth Malhotra in the role of the kind, stoic husband, played originally by Naseeruddin Shah. Oh, interesting. Why the pause? It's a very quiet, dignified, and internally complex role. Nasruddin Shah brought such a weight to it. Siddharth has the gravitas, for sure, but it would be a very different energy. I'm intrigued by the idea, actually. It would be a great challenge for him.
I think that's what makes it an interesting choice. You don't want a carbon copy, you want a new interpretation. And casting those three together, the chemistry, the dynamic, it would be electric.
But the real question is, should they even remake it?
Some classics feel so perfect for their time. That's the eternal debate, isn't it? But if anyone has the right to float the idea, it's the original producer. It's his baby. And honestly, I'm just enjoying the what-if game. It's a great casting exercise.
It is. A very well-cast what-if. I'd probably watch it.
Me too. Now, let's get into our box office roundup, because a few films are making some serious moves.
Yes, first up, Cocktail 2. The sequel starring Shahid Kapoor, Kriti Sanon, and Rashmika Mandanna is still going strong. On its 11th day, it has officially become the 4th highest-grossing Bollywood film of 2026. That is huge. It just overtook O Romeo. It shows the film has legs. It wasn't just a big opening weekend. Audiences are clearly enjoying it, and the word of mouth is strong. It's a solid hit. Definitely. Meanwhile, Akshay Kumar's Welcome to the Jungle is also chugging along, with its day-wise collections being tracked. That film is just a massive ensemble event, so it's no surprise it's still pulling people into theaters. And then there's Ram Charan's Pity. It had a fantastic theatrical run, becoming one of the biggest Telugu blockbusters of the year, and now its day-wise collections are being analyzed as it heads towards its digital premiere. People are very excited to finally be able to watch it at home. It feels like a good time at the box office. We've got sequels doing well, big action comedies holding their own, and regional blockbusters getting national attention. And then you have smaller films like Gabakund. Yes, Gabakund just crossed a major milestone. On day 11, it officially recovered 100% of its budget just from its domestic collections. It's in the safe zone. I love stories like this. It's not about hitting 1 or 200 crore. It's about a film finding its audience and becoming profitable. It's a huge win for the producers and a testament to good content finding its way. Absolutely. It proves that you don't always need a massive budget to make a successful film. A good story and strong execution can carry you a long way. So a big congratulations to the team of Gabakund. A very big congratulations. Okay, from the very sensible world of box office returns to quite possibly the wildest headline of the week. Oh, I know which one you're talking about. I had to read this one twice to make sure it was real. A man who was a convicted murderer escaped from prison and then spent the next 12 years working as a junior artist in Bollywood films.
It's unbelievable. He wasn't just in small, unknown projects. He shared screen time with Ranveer Singh. He was in Thugs of Hindustan with Amitabh Bachchan and Aamir Khan.
Can you imagine? Hiding in plain sight is one thing, but hiding on a massive Bollywood film set surrounded by hundreds of people and cameras, that is next-level audacity. The sheer nerve of it, for 12 years? You have to wonder about the logistics. How do you get work? How do you get paid? How do you live your life when you are actively on the run from the law? It sounds like the plot of a movie, not something that happens in real life to people who are making movies. It's a story that is stranger than fiction.
Completely. You just know someone is already trying to buy the rights to this story. The extra who escaped. I can see the poster now.
Stop it. But you're right. The police finally caught up with him after all this time. It's just a reminder that sometimes the most incredible drama is happening behind the scenes. Way, way behind the scenes. Okay, let's look forward to some planned drama. Lots of news about upcoming projects this week. Yes, and zombie fans, get ready. After finishing up Durandar, Ranveer Singh is set to start filming his zombie thriller, Pralay, this September. This sounds so cool. It's being directed by Jay Mehta, and a big chunk of it is going to be shot in Australia. A big-budget, high-concept zombie movie with Ranveer Singh in the lead? Sign me up. This is the kind of project I love to see. It's different, it's ambitious. Bollywood hasn't really cracked the mainstream zombie genre yet, and if anyone can bring the energy needed to lead a zombie apocalypse movie, it's Ranveer Singh. Oh, 100%. He will give it his all. And then we have another highly anticipated sequel, Awad Upon 2, starring Emran Hashmi and Disha Patani. The first film has such a dedicated cult following. The music, Emran's performance, it really struck a chord, and the buzz for the sequel is already huge. So huge that the box office predictions are kind of staggering.
They're suggesting that Alia Bhatt could earn 3 times the entire lifetime collection of the first film on its very first day. Wow, that's not just a prediction. That's a statement of faith in the franchise and in Emran Hashmi's poll. It speaks to how much the original film has grown in stature over the years. It really does. Meanwhile, another sequel has just wrapped. Kangana Ranaut has finished shooting for Queen 2. It's really happening. She shared a behind-the-scenes picture with the director, Vikas Ball. It's going to be so interesting to see where they take Rani's story all these years later. Queen was such a defining film for a generation.
It was. The pressure is on, but I'm incredibly curious. And in the world of mega productions, we have an update from S.S. Rajamouli's next film, Varanasi. And when we say mega, we mean mega. The report is that they're gearing up to shoot a battle sequence in Hyderabad starting in July, a sequence that will feature 3,500 junior artists. Whiskey? 3,500 people? That's not a film set, that's a small town. That is Rajamouli for you. The scale is always epic. The film stars Mahesh Babu, Priyanka Chopra Jonas, and Prithvi Raj Sukumaran, and every new detail just makes it sound bigger and more spectacular. It's just operating on a different plane of existence for most other films. My goodness. And finally, in new announcements, we've got a new poster out for Raghav Juyal's next film, By Thera Starhe. He's unveiled his first look as the character Ajay Singh. Raghav is such a fascinating talent, moving from dance to acting and really carving out a niche for himself. The poster is intriguing, and it's great to see him taking on lead roles. Absolutely. So from zombies to sequels to epic battles, the next year in cinema is looking packed. And also apparently packed with a little controversy. There are a couple of films stirring things up before they even get going. Yes, first up is Shraddha Kapoor's upcoming film, Etha. It's a biographical drama where she plays the legendary Lavani and tamasha artist Vithabai Narayan-Gankor. The teaser got a lot of praise for Shraddha's transformation. She looks incredible. But the title, Etha, has caused a problem. It has. The NCP political party and even Vithabai's own family have formally requested a title change. They feel the title is inappropriate or doesn't do justice to her legacy. This is always such a delicate situation. When you're making a biopic, you have a responsibility not just to the story, but to the real people in the community involved. It seems like the filmmakers have a bit of a negotiation ahead of them. Hopefully they can find a resolution that honors everyone. Agreed. And it's not the only film facing some heat. Ajay Devgan's newly announced action film Chauhan has also run into immediate trouble. Straight out of the gate, the Kshatriya Parishad has issued a statement criticizing the project, alleging a misuse of Rajpuri identity. This is a recurring theme we're seeing, where community organizations are becoming very proactive about how their history and identity are portrayed in cinema. They're not waiting to see the film, they're raising concerns based on the title and announcement alone. It puts filmmakers in a tough spot. They want creative freedom, but they also need to be sensitive to the cultural context they're working in. It's a context balance to strike. It really is. And on a different note, a very old story has resurfaced, with filmmaker Prahlad Kakar's past comments about Aishwarya Rai Bachchan making the rounds again. Right, this is from a while ago, where he spoke about the period after her breakup with Salman Khan and claimed she felt abandoned by the industry because people were hesitant to work with her. And we should be clear, this is his perspective on what happened 2 decades ago. But the reason it probably resonates and gets brought up again is that it speaks to the power dynamics that can exist in the industry. Exactly. The point isn't about the specifics of one relationship, it's about the systemic issue of how power can influence casting and how people, especially women, can find their careers impacted by factors that have nothing to do with their talent. It's a reflection on a different era of the industry, and it's a good reminder of how far things have come, and perhaps how far they still have to go in ensuring everyone is judged purely on their work. Well said. Let's shift to some happier milestones and funnier stories, shall we? Please. And we have a double dose of Kareena Kapoor Khan today. We do. First, she is celebrating 26 years since her debut film, Refugee, was released. She shared some wonderful throwback pictures with Abhishek Bachchan. 26 years. It's incredible. I remember the buzz around that film so vividly. 2 star kids making their debut together in a J.P. Dutta film. It was a massive event. And look at the careers they've both built since then, which is a perfect segue because Abhishek Bachchan has also been reflecting on his 26-year journey, saying that early in your career you just worry if you'll get work, but he's never been an insecure actor in terms of what others are doing. I love that. It shows a real sense of self and a maturity about the craft. It's not a competition with others, it's about your own path. It's lovely that their anniversaries coincide and they can both look back on such rich careers. And for her second headline, Karina has a new gig. She has become the face of the Mini Countryman C campaign. Of course she has. Is there a more perfect brand pairing? Kareena Kapoor Khan and Mini. It just makes sense. The style, the class, it's a perfect fit. It really is. From anniversaries to technological mishaps, Arshad Warsi has provided us with the most relatable celebrity story of the week. I love this so much. He accidentally went live on Instagram. He didn't know how it happened, he didn't know how to stop it, and he concluded that he is not meant for smartphones and needs to go back to a keypad phone.
Every single one of us has had a moment like that with technology. Maybe not going live to millions of followers, but that feeling of, what is this button doing, is universal. Bless him.
It's so funny and so human. And speaking of funny and human, Tilo Tamashom shared a hilarious story about working on the film Ikka.
Go on.
She said she couldn't recognize her co-star Akshay Khanna on set one day because he was smiling.
Oh, that's brilliant.
She literally walked right past him. She said she's so used to his more serious, intense demeanor that a happy, smiling Akshay Khanna was a complete stranger to her.
That is the highest compliment to his serious persona, isn't it? That his own smile is a disguise. That's amazing.
It's just a wonderful, charming story. And finally, on a more thoughtful note, the legendary Zinat Aman has been talking about the sex symbol tag she carried for so much of her career.
An icon. And she's always so insightful when she looks back.
What did she say?
She said there was a disconnect. She felt that nobody was interested in her being cerebral or intelligent. They just wanted more cleavage, dancing in the rains. It's a very frank look at how the industry and the audience can put performers in a box. It's a powerful statement. She was a trailblazer in so many ways, and yet she was still constrained by this one-dimensional image. It's a reminder of the agency that actresses today have fought so hard for, the right to be seen as multifaceted artists and not just a single label.
Absolutely.
A true legend, then and now. All right, a quick look at some new teasers that have dropped. Yes, the big one is the official Telugu teaser for Mirzapur the movie. They are taking the beloved series to the big screen. Pankaj Tripathi, Ali Fazal, seeing them in a movie format is going to be intense. Very intense. And for fans of the gritty crime genre, Amazon MX Player has dropped the first look at Raktanchal Season 3. It promises more of that raw, brutal action with Kranti Prakash Jha and Nikitin Thayer. Two very different worlds, but both with massive, dedicated fan bases. It's going to be a good season for streaming and cinema.
It certainly is. And on that note, I think that's all the time we have for today.
A packed show, from star culture to zombie thrillers and everything in between. Headlines to Heartbeats Tuck.
You've been listening to Bollywood Deep Dive from IndiaReview.com. Come back tomorrow. Namaste.